And now, here's the breakdown with Justin Hunte.
And speaking of documentaries, we got Bad Boy, the Puffy doc.
Bad Boy has a documentary.
Let me ask you,
as well.
who is producing these docs? Did Dre and Jimmy IVM produce their own doc for themselves, or did someone else do the doc on them?
I haven't seen the credits yet for who's putting these documentaries together yet.
I'm gonna just qualify like, yo, dude, I hate watching documentaries that are made by the people that did the docs. Like the NWA movie, you could tell that they were just their hands were so in that shit. Like Cube's hands were Cube was so deep in that fucking NWA movie that you wouldn't have known that they went platinum after he left.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a huge point. I think there was a few things that came up around that documentary that, you know, were missing, were absent. I think, look, if I'm doing a documentary on myself, there's probably certain things I'm not documenting. Some things might not be documented. Look,
no documentary is true. A documentary is me trying to show you my point of view, and I'm gonna highlight the facts that support it, and I'm gonna fucking ignore the facts that might fight my point of view.
Right.
HBO probably is doing something. It's probably done very well. Tell me about the Bad Boy documentary.
So it's called Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
All right.
It is, I believe they just premiered it during the Tribeca Film Festival, so it's on its way this year. The documentary shows Diddy and his team putting together the Bad Boy reunion tour, which happened last year. There's a lot of footage of Mary J. Blige, Diddy. They talk about the night Biggie was shot and killed. Diddy has a quote in the documentary. He says, "As soon as them shots went off, everything came crashing down. I died that night in the car." So it's including, obviously, that tragic loss for hip hop, for the world, and for the Bad Boy family.
Puffy's responsible for Biggie.
He's got Biggie, Faith Evans, Mary J. Blige, 112, Mase,
the Locks.
And truthfully,
Payola. You know what? No, this is what Puffy showed you the power of marketing. He really was able to just utilize the radio stations to push whatever agenda he needed pushing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
he's got people saying Biggie's the best rapper ever.
Yeah, you talk about
2 albums.
Yeah,
how the fuck did that happen?
Biggie's pretty incredible.
I fuck with Big, but
Biggie he did a lot.
There's been a lot of great athletes that had 2 awesome seasons and then they go away. They don't make them the best, you know.
Well, I always appreciated Puffy because he always had dope R&B at the same time. Like, we got Craig Mack, we got Mase, we got the Locks, we got Biggie, but we also got like Carl Thomas, we got Total.
Oh yeah, Total was my shit.
Total crushed it at the Bad Boy reunion.
See? Yeah,
amazing stuff. So his range was always great. I liked Loon, and truthfully, Puffy had a big influence on Usher's career too. And
Puffy was like Satan though, because like every time someone fucking signed with Puffy, something bad happened. Black Rob ass, like just shit like
Shine.
I swear to Puffy.
Shine
I swear to God, that motherfucker is like the devil. Like, you really got you signing with Puffy. Puffy's looking out for fucking Puffy. Like, how the fuck your guy get killed and then you're like, let me get this bootleg version of him and have him rap over a fucking Grace Jones beat and call him Shine. Am I the only one that was like, you didn't find that a little bit disrespectful to the memory of Biggie?
Like
Biggie fucking, if it was like Designer Imposters.
I thought it was a good song. I did like that Shine song.
If you like Biggie, you'll love Shine.
I'll tell you this, I didn't compare Shine to Biggie. I just didn't feel like Shine was a good enough rapper to be in that conversation.
The voice though, the voice was definitely.
The octave was close. Yeah, it was definitely close. But look, I mean, there's a lot of people, copying a lot of people. That's when that got popular. I mean, we talked about everybody who used to copy Tupac.
But that was a bit blatant. That's all I'm saying. Okay, fine. All right, hey, I'm wrong.
Look, I don't think you're wrong. Actually, I don't think you're necessarily wrong.
Shine sounds like Skee-Lo. It's not Shine's fault. He sounds that way. It's not. I don't feel like that voice was the affectation. All right, man, we lost him. We'll bring on this dude.
I don't know what I'd do if I lost my all-star like that. I think at that point, too, you're probably in a place where you want to make sure that you're able to still put out hits and the quality of music that you've been.
He was like, who was that motherfucker when Johnny Depp left 21 Jump Street? Is he
Richard Grieco?
Yeah, he's bringing Richard Grieco.
Richard Grieco?
He's like the fucking Richard Grieco of rap. Like, oh, here you go. Take this fucking watered down version of him.
It didn't work out well for Shine. No, it did not work out well for Shine.
Puffy's an awesome businessman too. I've heard stories. You know, like, look, man. He was where urban clothing is synonymous with poor quality and being disposable. Puff came out with a clothing line that was it was well designed, well made, and he won fucking awards for Sean John. Like, hats off to him. He was able to launch Ciroc.
Right.
It's not easy.
Which is huge.
Yeah, it's not easy to every rapper and their mom has a fucking, they rep they got liquor. They got some type of liquor.
It's part of the rapper starter kit.
It's not easy to launch that shit. Puffy is an awesome businessman.
And that's premium. You ever try to go to the club and get a bottle of Ciroc? It's not cheap.
No.
Ciroc is like, it has a class next to it. It's not like, Hypnotic, no disrespect, but like, you don't see people just, pulling up Hypnotic on a yacht.
That's what look, man, this is, you know who had the same model before. Remember Grey Goose, everybody? I'm gonna date myself, but back in the day, Grey Goose was the Ciroc. Before Grey Goose was really popping, Absolute Vodka had the market share. But what Grey Goose did was, instead of competing with Absolute, they raised their price point. They made themselves more expensive than Absolute. They're not better. They just made themselves more expensive than Absolute. Said it was the premium product, and then it became a status symbol. And that's what Ciroc did as well. And they did it. They did it successfully. Now you got every motherfucker talking about Ciroc, and I don't care how premium. Like if ain't no coconut flavored vodka premium.
Right.
There's no premium fruity vodka, you fucking lame. But whatever. Like, if that's what you want to drink, that's what you want to drink. But like, it's just genius marketing. And that's what you see with Dre, Iveen, and Puff. Like, hey, making a good song is fucking dope. Being a good artist is awesome, but being a good businessman, that's when you win.
Yeah, and look, I think it's really tough to be incredible at business and still make dope art. That's why I don't think you see a lot of rappers who are able to, like people who started off as rappers, make that transition into business as successfully as maybe a Dre or maybe a Puff Daddy, for example. And I don't think that when you're that successful at business, you tend to still make really great, awesome raps all the time. Like Jay-Z's incredible at business, and we've really seen just him raise the bar in new ways over the past 12 years. I don't think that's Jay-Z's best music. So when you can be as pioneering on the business side and still have an eye for new talent and still bring us new faces or go into new mediums. Diddy was in reality shows. Yep. Diddy's in films. Diddy's in vodkas. He got
a restaurant.
He's got a restaurant. He's given us so many new faces. That's incredible. I think there's a reason why Diddy's the highest paid artist or highest paid person in hip hop. And Dre's number 3.
Who's number 2?
Jay-Z just got to number 2.
God damn.
He just did $200 million deal with Sprint this year.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, these guys are titans of industry.
That's awesome to see, bro. Yeah. That's awesome to see.
It's inspiring.
It really is.
Favorite Bad Boy album, Mase, Harlem World. People need to talk about that album.
It's amazing. Every time, it's like, you like the motherfuckers where me and you just... We'll be having this really thing, and I'm with you. Like, you're like the conspiracy theory guy where I'm like, yeah, it was an inside job. Then you bring up lizard people and fucking lose me. Right. Like, every fucking time, he was like, Will Smith fucking going to Miami. I'm like, fuck you talking about, Justin?
That was a big song.
Fucking
people like Miami a lot more after that song came out.
You putting that ahead of Ready to Die?
I think it's my favorite. Absolutely. I'll definitely take Harlem World over Ready to Die. And that's no disrespect. I'm not saying it's whack. I'm saying that top to bottom, That Mase Harlem World album's amazing. He's losing his virginity on one song. He's got the Locks and DMX talking about they got 24 hours to live on another song. Total's up there dancing and everybody's jiggy. It feels good. If I'm on a road trip, that's going to hold me down.
I was kicked out of school and I had to do community service, and I was doing it to Ready to Die. Every day I had Ready to Die in the yellow, remember the yellow Walkman with the automatic flippy boy?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I had that motherfucking Ready to Die playing like a motherfucker. I'm riding with Ready to Die till the fucking end. And that, not to be a cliche, but man, he was easy. Shout out to Easy Mo B. His production, he was a big part of that and fucking Me Against the World. Two classic albums, and he was a slept-on producer. That Ready to Die is my motherfucking shit. And yo, sidebar shit, my favorite Puffy song is This the End with goddamn Twista, boy.
There we go.
That motherfucker. Oh,
I'm glad you said that, because that's my favorite Puff Daddy song
with
too.
The New Edition shit.
Absolutely.
With the boy.
Do you have that? Can you play that?
That was that motherfucking
That's an amazing
shit.
song. That song should be on every TV show. Every Netflix show should find a room to just put that as part of the soundtrack somewhere. It works everywhere. Is This the End? It's an amazing song.
And you could tell Puff had motherfucking Twista write that shit.
Definitely had Twista right.
888-742-3345. We got a bunch of people. We're gonna play this song. Come on back. All right, some people got your back.
That song is amazing, man.
First, D in Mississippi is going to explain to me why Harlem World is better. Go ahead, D.
Thank you.
Man, I had just on it, man. I was with the Harlem World all the way.
Thank you.
Harlem World, you had that Mase with 8 Ball and MJG.
Come on, man.
With those when few East Coast niggas were fucking with folks with the South. Then you had the song with Monisa.
Come on, man. Let them know.
But man, I like that they ride or die, but when I heard that Harlem World, man, you can let that ride from point A to point B without even touching.
Come on, man. It takes you through so many different emotions and scenic bridges and valleys. Awesome.
I think to be fair, I think I've heard that Mase is one of M's favorite rappers. So you and M are and D here in Mississippi.
Yeah, we got great taste. Sounds great. Yeah.
Hey, look, but like the what with motherfucking Method Man and goddamn I used to get feels on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick. Like that what was my shit, motherfucking where he's rapping, where he give me the loot where he's got the two different voices.
That's a great one. That one's ill.
Machine Gun Funk. Like Warning with the goddamn Isaac Hayes sample. Like I'm not mad at that album. And if that you extra can't say that Biggie's the best rapper ever if you like Mace's fucking shit, huh?
I've never said Biggie was the greatest rapper ever.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I'm definitely not one of those people. Yeah. I think he's incredible.
I think he is too, but yeah,
I don't think he's the greatest ever.
That is,
I think
that's hyperbole right there.
Yeah, I understand the feeling.
You know what the problem is the rap community, like, if you want to raise your stock, just fucking die. Like, that's like, it's the fucking truth, man. There's been a lot of like decent rappers and then they die and they're like, man, play that shit, man. That's the best ever. I'm like, no, he's just dead.
Low key though, he's the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah, in real
now that he's gone, I think he's better than everybody.
I fuck with Big. Both his releases and then his shit, like bad boy, what you gonna do? All that shit. Right. Like I fuck with all that Big shit, but like come on, man.
You can't take anything away. I think it's just really difficult to do it when you got 2 CDs or 3 discs at the most. 2 albums and 3 discs. I think that's very difficult to still be the greatest ever. Now, in 1997, I might have 97, 98. I was like, man, I don't know who's better than Big. Like in those 2 years,
Pac's better than
Big. It's a real discussion. But like 97, 98, fine. 2017, I can't say that, man.
That's why we always, before we start putting crowns on people's heads, you need some distance.
Well, here we go.
That's all I'm saying.
We did this one.
You like the way you just proved my point for me, Justin Hunt, bro. Thanks for coming by. Where can they find all your stuff?
Follow me on all socials at The Company Man.